right, Illini Basketball Podcast, episode 235, December 13th, 2024. Did that on purpose, everybody?
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
You were giving me no reaction, so I had to make it funny.
Well, I had to share everything. I forgot to pull them up beforehand. My bad.
All right. Illini Basketball Podcast, episode 235. Already said that. It's Friday. Back to the classic Friday slot. Very exciting.
Are you excited about Fridays? Or
we used to do Fridays all the time back in the
day.
It
used to be only Fridays. Yeah. And we'd have to go over like 6 games sometimes. Yeah.
There you go.
Back when, we could do something else rather than just this podcast all the time. But here we are.
Right. Illinois coming off a win.
Yeah, beat number 20 Wisconsin 86-80. Good game by some guys.
Number 20, quote unquote.
Well, yeah. Are they 20 anymore?
Should have never been 20th to begin with.
I guess it's not
200th. This Monday is when it'll come in.
It's Monday. Illinois, if they win, will be ranked, I assume, tomorrow. So
hard to think otherwise.
I don't know how they wouldn't be. Eric, what's up? Warner, what's up? Bergie, what's going on? Tommy, Wyatt, thanks everybody for stopping by. Happy Friday to you. Let's just get straight into it. There were multiple guys that probably could have been player of the game here. And I thought you'd go with Trey White since you are such a big fan of him, but you didn't. So I went with him. I had KJ initially, but I think that if Trey White doesn't play the game he does, Illinois probably doesn't win this game. So he needed some recognition here. 29 minutes for him, 6 of 8 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, 9 for 10 from the line, 23 points, 8 rebounds, led the team with 4 offensive boards, an assist, a block. He had 4 turnovers. The guards, the main ball handlers had all the turnovers in this game. So you're going to expect that. But Brad was more excited about Trey defensively, along with Kylan and Kasparis is how Brad says his name. So I don't know how you guys want to say it, but Brad calls him Kasparis.
He also said Humrick House, so it doesn't,
that's true.
It doesn't mean anything.
That's true. Maybe Brad just needs to stick to calling him KJ. I don't know. I did say during the watch party that he's the best cutter Illinois has on the floor. He seems to be able to find places to get open, go back door. So it's really good to see that from him. Brad said that he hadn't been very good at coaching Trey and how to use him. So he said that he worked on that, fixed a few things. The typical Brad, he had the best 2 practices he's had all year, the last 2 practices. So he knew that he'd be good in this game. That's just kind of Brad talk.
That's old school ball coach. I like that.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I thought that he was really good. Again, I think that if he doesn't have this game, Illinois probably, doesn't win this one because Humrick House again struggled from 3. Tommy wasn't double Tommy this game, so
he's 1 point away.
Nice to have guys just step up when some other guys aren't showing up. So congrats to Trey White, 2 player of the games for him so far this year.
Ivisic went 9-11.
He did.
So that's basically double-double.
Not a double-double.
Very close.
It's very close, but it's not.
He got hacked like 40 times. He never went to the line. What do you want him to do?
That's true.
Yeah, I thought it was messed up that neither one of us is going to go with Trey White, so I'm glad you circled around. But I went with Kylan Boswell. Really, I mean, if you think about a few things from this game with Boswell, I mean, I'll go over his stat line real quick. He played 33 minutes, 5 of 11 from the field, 2 for 6 from downtown, 7 for 7 from the free throw line. Seems like he may have figured out his free throws. Now up to 68% on the season. That is still 12-ish, a little less than 12 away from his percentage last year, but he's figuring it out. 7 for 7 in this game. In the last 3 games, he didn't shoot any against Northwestern, but the last 2 games that he has shot, which are Wisconsin and Arkansas, he is 12 for 14. So getting better. It should be 14 for 14, but that's fine. Where was that? 19 points.
Yeah.
4 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, 3 turnovers. However, the most important thing that Boswell did in this game was when he was on the floor in the 33 minutes he played, he really limited the production of John Tanjay, the big-time scorer, as he was once hailed going into this game. He went 5 for 14. One of those threes I think he hit was on Humrick House or Trey. He had like a
probably.
It was a good closeout, but he made the three anyway.
Yeah.
Went 5 for 14 from the field, or 5 for 15 from the field, 2 for 7 from three. He had 4 turnovers. He looked uncomfortable the entire game. Easily his worst game of the season when you consider the defense that was being played on him. I mean, other ones that are even closer. The Marquette game, Marquette did a really good job against him. Illinois did a really good job against him. They both held him under 15 points. The only teams to do that this year outside of Montana State. But, of course, he took 4 shots against Montana State. So it's a little different. But, 3 straight losses for Wisconsin now. And Tanjay is not playing very well in those games. He was 5 for 12 from the field against Michigan in a loss. He was 3 for 11 from the field against Marquette in a loss, and then 5 for 15 in this game. So starting to feel a little uncomfortable now that you play Michigan, Marquette, and Illinois, and maybe starting to feel a little uncomfortable because you can't get to the line 50 times like you have. Like
it's true.
22 attempts from the free throw line against Arizona and 10 against Pitt. So he was really good against Pitt, though. Give him credit there. However, not a lot of people view Pitt as a defensive juggernaut. Fine, solid defensive team, but I thought Boswell did a really good job defensively, which is pretty much the story. One of the bigger stories of the season for Illinois is that they really have one elite defender, and it's Kylan Boswell.
Yeah, and Wisconsin, the best free throw shooting team in the conference, I believe, coming into this shot 66%. So I believe Klesmit missed 3 of 6 for him. Blackwell was 2 of 4. So and Tanjay, I mean, Brad talked about Trey White too and his defense and how he's finally buying into, playing hard defense. So he had that assignment a little bit along with Boswell. Brad said of Boswell, quote, "We knew Bam was a really good defender. It was the driving force of wanting to get him out of high school and in the portal." Boswell also said the Orange Crush was insane tonight and we feed off of it. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I'd say that too if I were him.
Also, the elite is apparently rubbing off on Boswell because he said that him and KJ have been playing at an elite level, and said that KJ is absolutely dominating every game and it's insane. I mean, there's good chance that Kasparis, I don't even know what to call him anymore, could have been player of the game here. But again, Trey White and Kylan Boswell were really good. And as you said, defensively, Boswell was insane. I got to get your opinion on this because Boswell is a big monocles guy. And I know that that's kind of all you eat is pizza. So where's monocles on your tier list of pizza places?
I'm a fan. Yeah, I think it's very good.
Do you dip it in the red sauce?
I mean, I can.
Probably not.
Probably
don't like that, do you?
I do. Shots fired. I'm wondering, I think they got rid of the calzone, which I enjoyed. That was disappointing, but
okay.
Maybe we should get monocles for the game tomorrow and do a bit. I don't know. I'm thinking. I
like that. That.
It's a good. It could be a good idea. Something to think about. But it's good. It's good. I mean, shout out. I followed them on Twitter after he said that because I was like, they have a Twitter. Wow.
Okay.
Throw them a follow.
Yeah, here where we live, we don't have very many monocles. We got one, so don't get there very often. So, guys are already putting their predictions in for the Illinois-Tennessee game. Philip says 90 to 80 Illinois, and Eric says 80 to 75 Illinois. So, we'll get to that in a minute, fellas. Let's calm down a little bit. Rest of the players. Kasparis.
There you go.
Yachichionis. 37 minutes, 8 for 15, 4 of 8 from 3, 4 for 4 from the line. Guys shot really well from the free throw line this game, 88% as a team. 24 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steals. He had 4 turnovers. Like I said, Riley was the only other guy with turnovers besides these 3. So your main ball handlers, like I said, are the ones turning it over, but they have the ball most of the time. So it is what it is. Brad, I believe, said today that KJ, he's going to let him turn it over like he did with Damask and not complain about it because he makes good enough plays throughout the game that it doesn't matter if he turns it over. So big thing going around Twitter is in the last 10 seasons, only 2 D1 freshmen have had a 4-game span with 80 plus points, 25 plus rebounds, 20 plus assists, and 15 plus threes. That's Trey Young and Kasparis.
And Trey White.
Sure.
Yeah, there you go.
All right. What are we doing here? He's amazing. People are starting to call him Luca. I don't know.
What did Greg Gard say?
How do you feel about that? Greg Gard said, quote, "He's what I thought watching on film. When you see him in person, you're never really sure if it translates, but he's a really good player, vision and poise. He's listed as a freshman, but he is not. He's got more experience than a typical freshman."
Shots fired.
Yeah, Twitter seems to be going after Braden Smith also and saying that KJ is better than him. So,
yeah, I would agree with that.
Sure.
Well, shout out to our podcast for being folks who told KJ to shoot the ball more early in the season.
That's true.
He's shooting the ball more now. I think he probably was because
obviously
after that Oakland game where he took 3 shots, like the first 3 games of the season, this guy had 2 twos attempted and 8 threes. 10 shots total in the first 3 games. Imagine if he was doing that now, it would be a disaster. But now you look at the last 3 games, he's taken 40-something shots, I believe. So 44% from 3 now, too.
Yeah.
And NBA people like him a lot. I can tell you that right now. Guaranteed. Top 8 pick, guaranteed, potentially top 5. And he's better than Braden Smith. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, Braden Smith's better at some things, but there's a little bit of Luka in the way that he moves, probably because he's a white European guy.
Okay.
But he's
body size, they're not even close, right?
Well, I think Luka's 6'7", but probably weighs more.
Okay. All right.
And there's a little bit of Steve Nash in the vision to me. Some of the, like that pass that I tweeted that he made to Ivisic.
Yeah.
Ivisic, I'm going to pull that up because that was very much like a Steve Nash, type of play. Luka is on ESPN listed at 6'6". Okay, so 6'6", 230. So 30-pound difference, basically. But Luka's obviously, a little better.
A little bit.
Luka probably comes to Illinois if Brad had the program humming by then.
Yeah, maybe he comes back to college. Who knows?
Luka probably didn't want to play at U of I because he would have been in the same backcourt as freshman Trent Frazier and what's his face, that guard that was still playing last year somehow. I can't remember his name. He went to Milwaukee or something. I don't know. Whatever. Tried my best. This one here, this play here. Check this one out.
Kipper Nichols probably kept him away.
The bench has done their job. It's been their best players that just haven't scored enough.
Hey, like that.
It's nice.
We allowed to show that? I don't know, but there you go, folks. Check
probably
that out.
Not.
Yeah.
Probably going to take this video down, but who cares?
No. I'd like to see him try.
Yeah. Tomislav, 30 minutes, 4 for 12, 1 for 5 from 3, 9 points, 11 rebounds, 1 block. Solid.
Yeah, I mean, he can make a 3 every once in a while.
Yeah, nobody's mad when he goes 1 for 5, but when a guy like Big Hummer goes 1 for 5, all hell breaks loose. 26 minutes for him. 1 for 5 from 3, 1 for 2 from the line, 4 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Brad had some words, even though he doesn't listen to media and what they think. He said that Ben has been the top graded defender in 6 of the first 7 games. He also said to the media, quote, "You guys have no idea what we are trying to do." And then a guy asked him about Hummer shooting 11 twos and 56 threes. And Brad said, quote, I'm really pissed off he's taking 11 twos. I am. It's coming. It's coming, and he will hit 7, 8, 9 in a row. This dude is an elite shooter. This dude can rip them off. We recruited that dude to shoot him, and we want him to shoot him. I ran the first play of the game for him, and I ran the first play of the second half for him. That's how much I believe in him. And they also made sure to reiterate how smart he is on the defensive end. So, there were some plays. I think the one that sticks out, the rebound where he didn't hold on to it, got knocked out. Defensively, he might have had a couple breakdowns, but what he does is he is able to, I don't know, clog up areas of the court, and I think that he knows what position to be in those situations, because he's usually not guarding the best players. He's usually guarding somebody that, isn't very good from three, so he can help defensively in other spots. He's going to start making them, guys. He's got to. So I'm sorry that we started this Humbrick House stuff, because now it's all over too.
I think
I blame us for that.
I think Brad is lying about the defensive grading thing, but I don't think there's any way, because how is Boswell not like up there almost every game?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how they grade the game. I'm guessing like assignments and missed assignments type thing. So I would be shocked if he was a top graded defender in 6 of 7. But I mean, Brad's trying to, appeal to the people that he doesn't listen to. So
yeah, I'm fine with him shooting it.
Looks to me like Big Hummer gets beat a lot on D. I don't see it as much as everybody, I guess, but he doesn't get beat as much as Brandon Pajimski, from what I hear. So last year, Quincy had an outlier game against Tennessee. Maybe Humrick House has that tomorrow. I just don't think that, like, if Humrick House has a good game, I don't think it's going to be an outlier, though. I mean, he already had a game where he went like 4 of 9, right? Or something like that. Guys, he was shooting 42% or something before we came into the last 2.
3 for 4 against Arkansas.
Imbrat says Tomislav was off, and I was worried, like he had a bad something happen. He is a long way from home and probably heard Brad mad for the first time about Hummer. It is not hard to defend the 4 spot. Bad Hummer needs to start hitting shots, or he's useless. Yeah, he'll start.
Illini fans will turn on you quick, and I think
quick, huge. Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure that like 3 games in, people were saying Trey White shouldn't be starting. So
he shouldn't be.
Okay.
And Boswell was given up on already too, by the way.
That's true. Boswell offensively, I just think he's coming together. He's starting to penetrate more and do other things rather than rely on staying back. Brad said they've started going more to the guard screens, like Trey White setting screens, stuff like that. And he thinks that's really helping Trey White open up the floor for him and be able to do things. So there were moments where you thought, Trey White, please don't try to take over this game. There were a couple where he did that, but these guys keep playing together and playing as a team. Ceiling's really high. So off the bench, Will Riley, 15 minutes, 2 for 4, 0 for 2 from 3, 1 for 2 from the line, 5 points, 2 rebounds. I don't know if he played the second half. He might have played early second half. Then he got, if not, he was on the bench the whole time. So
yeah, I would say also of note, no Kerry Booth again.
No Kerry Booth. Yeah, I don't know what's up with him. Are you surprised Riley didn't play much in this game? Do you think that
you got to ride Trey White?
Yeah. Do you think that he'll play more than 15 minutes against Tennessee?
Yeah, I think it'll be close though.
Okay.
I don't see more than 24.
I feel like I see Illinois fans also getting mad that Riley's not playing much or more, and I don't think that he's like he had like first game of the season was phenomenal, but who'd they play again? Eastern Illinois. I don't know. I don't know if like I understand why Will Riley has a bunch of stock for NBA, but how will that go in college in Big Ten play? That's my worry.
He did have a good game against Alabama.
Yeah, but Alabama's not Big Ten.
Well, Alabama's better than all of the Big Ten. Yeah.
Yeah, but Alabama play style is different. Like that's the thing. It's like the Big Ten has a bunch of 6'2" white guys slapping the ball away from you, where you just out running in the SEC. So
yeah, but the SEC's got better individual perimeter defenders than the Big Ten.
Okay.
Trey White's gonna average 30 a game in the Big Ten. Tomorrow will be tough for him though.
What's he averaging right now in the Big Ten?
It's
5 points.
He's got to climb 12.
Okay.
12 and
Gonna have to
5.
get a lot of points.
He'll get it going.
Philip says this is not necessarily a good game for Riley against old physical Tennessee. Yeah, I think that he's going to struggle this game too.
He's 6 for 8 from 2 in the last 2 games,
Fantastic,
but 0 for 8 from 3.
not fantastic.
5 for 8 from the free throw line.
Cold Boy says we'll go a long way if Will Riley could find some gaps where KJ might have to sit and catch his breath against the nation's top-ranked team.
We're still talking about Wisconsin, people. God.
Did you see before and after on KJ? Riley needs a lot of that. I don't know what that is, but
Merez.
anyways, all right, Merez, 13 minutes, 0 for 3, 4 rebounds, 1 assist.
4 rebounds, good.
Great. DGL, 12 minutes, 1 for 4, 0 for 2 from 3, 2 points, 1 rebound. He had a really good drive to the basket, made it. I'd like to see more of that from him. Jake Davis. Brad talked about how good Jake Davis's defense was. So if that tells you anything about anything, there we are. 5 minutes, 0 for 2. Both of them were threes. Jake Davis, if you're taking threes, you got to make them, brother. Like, yeah, I'm more mad about that than Hummer Kaus missing 4. So 1 rebound, 1 assist for him. I don't think
Jake Davis is shooting 20% from 3 now. Everybody seemed to make threes against Arkansas. Like, can they just play every game against Calipari?
I think Arkansas, just everybody thought that that's the offense we were going to get all year, and that's not how college basketball works. So, other notes and quotes: 40 rebounds, 15 offensive rebounds. Brad made it a point that they didn't do that enough against Northwestern. They only had 7 in the Northwestern game. Wisconsin had 29 rebounds. I think Brad said they had as many offensive rebounds in the first half as Wisconsin had total rebounds in the first half. He said that you'd have to fact check him on that, but I don't know how to do that, so I didn't really care enough. 15 assists on 27 made baskets, 9 wins in a row against Wisconsin. It's been over 2,100 days since Wisconsin has beat Illinois. Brad gave a lot of praise to Zach Hamer for his game plan. So do you think Brad watches tape or he just has his coach do it?
I'm sure he watches tape. God, you're a hater.
What am I hating on? I'm asking a question.
The ridiculous question.
I say Brad sucks. He doesn't do anything. He relies on the rest of the guys to do everything.
That's where it was headed. Where it was headed.
Not.
Yeah.
Jeez. Brad talked about the Northwestern game a little bit. He said, quote, I don't think we competed at all against Northwestern, and it disgusts me. It infuriates me. He said there's a difference between competing and playing hard. He said if you don't compete, it won't ever be sustainable. He was kind of mad. He kind of was pissed off about the refs in the Northwestern game. He said that they tried to go to the lane. They tried to, get fouls drawn, and the refs just weren't calling it. He said we head rammed, and they just didn't call it. And then he said, on to the next question, gave it a big next to the guys. So But yeah, this was much better overall rebounding. Again, you have guys like Trey White step up, have a good game. If Illinois can have three guys score 19 to 24 points a game, they're going to win a lot of games. So defended home court. You said this game didn't matter that much, but I think that you got to get that win at home, starting off 0-2 in the Big Ten's not great, especially when you got to go play Tennessee and Missouri and whoever else they play. I think a bunch of crap schools, but anyways, Chicago State.
And then Oregon.
Yep.
So, all right. Tomorrow, Illinois.
Now you guys can talk about Tennessee. Jeez.
Yeah, thank God. Illinois, the scrappy underdog, 7-2. It's number 1 in the country. Tennessee, 9-0.
Where's the music?
In a little bit.
Okay.
This game's tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. on Fox. Big spot. They lost to Tennessee last season. You were there in Knoxville.
Yep.
Tennessee undefeated, longest active win streak in the country of 9, tied with Florida, Oklahoma, Utah State, UC Irvine, and Drake. They beat Baylor, and they have a couple top 100 wins over or a few. Louisville, Miami, Syracuse, the best and brightest of the ACC, and another ACC team they beat, Virginia, who's just outside the top 100 on Kid Bump. So 4 bad power conference. I mean, Louisville's not bad, but.
Did I see Virginia had 18 points in the first half against Bethune-Cookman yesterday, or is that something? Is that not real?
No, it's real. Yeah, they're down 21-18.
Okay.
They outscored them 25-4 in the final 10 minutes and won the game by 18. So probably covered. They stink. Anyway.
Anywho.
It's going to challenge Illinois physically, this game, I think.
Yeah.
Tennessee's rotation. They have 7 scholarship guys who played in their last game, so it's kind of weird for them. They got Zakai Ziegler still there, 5'9", 171 senior, averages 12 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists per game. Shooting splits 43, 32, 79. Scrappy defender. Expect him to probably guard KJ in this game, I guess, or Boswell. They got any option they want really on who to guard. Chaz Lanier, 6'4", 199, transferred from North Florida. He's a senior. 19.7 points per game, 2.7 rebounds, 1.3 assists. Really quality shooting splits, 48% from the field, 48% from 3, 79% from the free throw line, 20-plus points for him in 4 of the last 5 games. And they have Jemai Mashak, 6'4", 202-pound senior, 6.6 points, 4.6 rebounds, 50% from the field, 31% from 3, 83% from the free throw line. He's not in there to score, though. Lengthy defender, switchable, versatile. Interested to see what he does.
I think there's a good chance he's guarding KJ.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, you put Ziegler on Boswell probably.
Yeah, that'd be my guess.
And then Lanier guards Trey White.
Yep.
And then this guy guards Humrickhouse, as Brad says. Igor Milicic Jr., 6'10", 225 forward, transferred from Charlotte. 13 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, shooting 57%, 33%, 81 in the splits. 32 rebounds from the last 3 games, so just over 10 a game there. Felix Okpara, who we've seen before, 6'11", 235, transferred from Ohio State. Junior, I believe Dane Danger dominated him last year in the Big Ten tournament. Maybe not, though. 7 points per game, 6 rebounds, 1 block. Had 0 points in 20 minutes against Miami. They have Jordan Gainey off the bench and Cade Phillips. They're 2 guys that came off the bench against Miami. Gainey was 2 for 5 from 3 in that game on the season at 37%. Scored double figures in 4 of their 9 games this year. Second season at Tennessee for him. And then Cade Phillips, year 2, he was at Tennessee last year, didn't play very much. This year, he's shooting 27 for 38 from 2, 71%. So they don't have a very deep rotation. I mean, you look back against they played 10 guys against Syracuse, but 3 of them played fewer than 10 minutes. I'm surprised that Darlinstone Dubar hasn't gotten more playing time. I don't know what the deal is with him. He's missed 5, or he hasn't played in 5 games. He was a pretty big transfer for them coming from Hofstra. So curious, because that's a guy who's putting up 25 or 20 plus point games at Hofstra like it was nothing. So I don't know what the deal is with him there, but he had 3 points in 7 minutes against Syracuse. I think this is a game where Illinois probably needs it, would like it to be in the 80s to win.
Yeah.
I think they're going to win without being in the 80s, but we'll get there. The computer numbers, as Brad calls them. Tennessee has elite computer numbers. 10th in adjusted offense, 2nd in adjusted defense. Offensively, the 3rd in effective field goal percentage, 1st in 2-point percentage, 11th in offensive rebound percentage. Defensively, they're 8th in 3-point percentage against, 3rd in block percentage. Illinois, 16th in adjusted defensive efficiency, 4th in effective field goal percentage against. They're 8th guarding the 3 percentage-wise, 18th with the 2, and free throw percentage teams can't make free throws against them. So there you go. And then Illinois 6th in average height. Illinois' offense also somewhere in the top 30 as well. Tennessee's 4th on Bartorvik. Illinois is 10th, so a top 10 matchup according to that. Tennessee's defense is 3rd. Illinois is 5th. And Illinois 3rd in tempo among top 10 teams on Bartorvik as well. I believe Alabama's ahead of them there. Players to watch.
I'm going to go with Ben Humrickhouse. Humrickus. Whatever you want to call him. Big Hummer, as I call him. He's got to make threes this game. I think Illinois needs him to make 3 or 4 to have a chance to win this game. So he's going to be in a big spot. And I think if he sees one go down early, then Illinois will be all right. Again, he's going to have a guy that's 6'10" guarding him, it looks like, if you're looking at, the matchups here. So we will see what happens with him. And then I went with Zakai Ziegler. I think he gave Illinois fits last year defensively. So Boswell is going to have to take care of the ball. Whoever is going to, have him on him is going to have to take care of the ball, along with Meshack, who's averaging 2 steals a game. Ziegler's averaging 2 also. I think that this game depends a lot on refs and, how they let them play. If Illinois thought Northwestern was physical, Tennessee is going to be 10 times more physical this game. So kind of depends on that to me. And as you said, they have 7 guys that mainly play. So you get them in a little bit of foul trouble. I think it always helps to benefit Illinois in that position. So, give me Hummer making some 30s, please.
We're going Kasparis, big spot for him. Physical team. He's got really good numbers against 4 high major teams in the last 4 games. And then Chaz Lanier for Tennessee. I believe he was mentioned for Illinois maybe contact him out of the portal out of North Florida, but he can score it. I think Boswell is going to be the one guarding him, and it'll be interesting. If it's not Boswell, it's probably Trey White. So big spot for Rivers guarding him. Or Humrickhouse, the highest grade defender, 6 of the last 7 games. 6 of the first 7 games, I should say. But Illinois this is an underdog story, unlike any other, I think.
Yeah.
The Illini,
your computer's struggling. You're good now.
The little basketball team from Champaign.
Yeah, I got Illinois losing this one, guys. I got Tennessee winning this one 82-74. I don't trust this team enough right now. I don't know if Big Hummer can make 4 threes to keep him in this. He's going to need to. Like I said, if Hummer makes 4 threes, Illinois wins this. If he doesn't, if he keeps shooting like he has been, they lose by 8.
I think they win the game by 2. I think it's going to be a very dramatic moment. I don't want them to storm the court, so please don't do that.
They're storming the court.
Yeah, I don't want that. But I just want to say this. Whoa, where'd it go? Oh, it faded out. So I wanted. Should I play what I was going to play?
What were you going to play?
I want Brad Underwood to really make. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong here. Because it's like you're playing number 1. I want us to be really dramatic. Like, hey, we're scrappy underdog here. We're 30-point underdog. 30-point dog.
3.5. And according to the chat, it's already moved to 1.5. So
I think I'm going to play what I was going to play.
All right.
I want Brad to do his own version of this speech in the locker room before the game. Let's play Kurt Russell. Go ahead.
Great moments.
It's all, listen up here.
Are born from great opportunity.
Replace some of the words in this speech.
Tonight, boys. Talk it over. That's what you've earned here tonight. One game.
One game.
If we played them 10 times, they might win 9.
It's true.
But not this game.
Nope.
Not
tonight.
Tonight, we skate with them.
We run with them.
Tonight, we stay with them. And we shut them down because we can. Tonight, we are the greatest hockey team
Basketball.
in the world. You were born to be hockey players.
Basketball.
Every one of you. And you were meant to be here tonight.
It's true.
This is your time.
Your time.
Their time?
It's over.
Done.
It's done. I mean, come
It's
on.
Over. I'm sick and tired
Tired.
of hearing about what a great
What a great
team
basketball
the
team
Soviets-
Tennessee is.
Screw them.
Screw them.
This is your time.
Fuck them is what I would say.
Now go out there and take it.
There we go. How you like that?
Hell. Man.
Brad needs to do that.
Yeah, he's basically calling it a miracle if Illinois wins, is what it sounds like.
It is, yeah, and that's why it's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, so Ethan thinks it's going to be a close one. He thinks it's going to be a Tyler Griffey. Great draw up by Gross. Everybody thinks Gross is going to be an amazing coach. Great draw up backdoor. Actually, Tyler Underwood's going to be drawing up the play because apparently that's who draws up the plays for Illinois. So
at least now you know that your coach is a known commodity when you're playing number 1 in the country at home. You know what your coach is right now. I don't think this game is going to change our opinion of Brad one way or the other, nor should it.
No.
And hopefully he delivers a Herb Brooks-esque speech, even though I'm not. Shut up, Hinkle. I'm not sure that was her. I'm doubting that was Herb Brooks' actual speech before that game. Hinkle, what do you know? You're an idiot.
I was going to go back.
It's one time, and they're playing number 1 in the country. I thought it'd be, interesting. I mean, what other fucking podcast is going to do that? I mean, every Illini basketball podcast outside of this one sucks. How about that? None of them would go, well, let's break down the game. Oh, I think Tennessee is really good defensively. Oh, great analysis, guys. Really fucking good. All right, let's go around the.
Hold on, hold on. Let's go to the chat real quick. People have been saying stuff while you were giving your fake speech.
I didn't give.
Did you watch the Brad Underwood Field of 60? I did not.
It was good stuff, fun stuff. He really likes Hummel.
So, the line's moving. Yeah, it's apparently started at 3.5 and at 1.5 now. Hinkle, is that true? Somebody let me know. Eric says, and we wanted the Virginia coach. Thank God, no. The Virginia coach isn't there anymore. Tommy says, real test for Big T and Merez in the paint. Akpara and Milchich. Jay says, not very confident in this one. Betting on Tennessee. So either way, I win. Predicting Tennessee 78, Illinois 73. Cold Boy says, want to see a massive game from Hum Rickety Cricket. I don't know if that's going to stick. Oh, yeah?
It's from that.
Oh. Tennessee offense is fraudulent. I think big scores against bad defense teams. Eric says Boswell's his key player. Best defense Tennessee has played. Louisville at 42, Baylor at 76. The rest are all sub 100.
Illinois number 5 on the Bartorvik computer.
Eric says watch party. No question mark. I think it's just a statement. So, yes. Is this the first non-conference number 1 team in Champaign since Wake Forest? I believe that would be true. I don't know for a fact. Somebody would have to fact check me like they do Brad. Love to see those defensive algorithm stat that has been hum as one. All right. Remember the last 2 times number 1 came in? Yep. W's. All right. Thanks for everybody.
Hinkle's real silent after I went after him. Interesting.
Yeah, Hinkle said I'd lose that bit immediately.
Yeah. What an idiot! As if it's going to be an ongoing thing. I mean, Jesus. All right. People are asking if Iowa State has an offense, and the answer could be yes. I don't know. They're number 3 in the country in efficiency right now. They've scored 80-plus points in every game this year. They put up 89 last night at Iowa, including 30 in the final 10 minutes, 52 in the second half. They beat Iowa by 9, covered the spread despite being down towards the the later portions of the second half. I believe they were down with like 5 minutes to go, so they win by 9. But Iowa State team to watch there with their offense. Finally have an offense. It's weird. But I also don't think TJ Otzelberger gets enough credit for the job he's done there. Steve Prohm's seems like a good guy, good coach, but it was bad after Hoiberg, and then he comes in. Otzelberger comes in. They've been like really good with him. I mean, this is year 4. Sweet 16 his first year. Made the tournament, lost in the first round his second year. Sweet 16 last year, of course, losing to a far superior Illinois team. But had the number 1 defense in the country last year. Their top 10 defense every year. They're 12th right now, but their offense is much, much, much improved. The year that they made the Sweet 16 in 2022, I believe they beat Johnny Davis's Wisconsin that year, Tyrese Hunter on the team, but they had the 171st ranked adjusted offensive efficiency that year. So a huge improvement from then. The Big Ten right now, I think, has some really good teams, but no great teams. I think that's pretty obvious, though. I mean, Purdue's a good team. UCLA is a good team. Michigan's a good team. Michigan State allegedly is good. Illinois is good. Maryland is good. Oregon is good. I think Penn State's good. And I think Ohio State is good. And I don't want to put Indiana in that category. I don't want to put Rutgers in that category. I guess Wisconsin's like
fraudulent.
Probably not in that category either. But like the real bad teams in the conference, I would say, are USC, Washington, and Minnesota. Those are the teams that have metrics that are outside the top 100, as does Nebraska's barely in the top 100 offense. But Nebraska doesn't seem very good. Although they almost they beat Creighton and they almost beat St. Mary's, but first Big Ten game of the year, you get beat by 37. That's kind of tough to.
Nebraska's favored by 4.5 at home against Indiana. Wow.
No respect for the Hoosiers.
KenPom
has it at -1.
Indiana hasn't played anyone. Yeah,
they played Gonzaga. Lost by 15. Played Louisville, who's now injured, but they lost to Louisville by 28. So it'd be Providence. We're a Providence podcast, but
it's true.
There are 13 teams in the top 30 of offensive efficiency and defensive efficiency on KenPom. Those teams they're top 30 in both. Auburn, Gonzaga, Iowa State, Kentucky, Tennessee, Houston, Duke, Marquette, Oregon, Kansas, Pittsburgh, St. John's, Illinois. 13 teams.
What was that?
I was doing it slow, building it up to Illinois.
You're trying to get us to an hour.
No, I want to be done now. I wish we were.
Jay says that probably a great game for Riley to show if he's a first-round pick. I don't know if Riley has to do anything this college basketball season to show that he's first-round.
No, he doesn't. Lottery is what it would be.
Yeah.
No ceilings on Substack. Their NBA mock draft had Will Riley going 14th, so into the lottery, and then Casper's going 5th. So
Yeah.
and no other Illini player, no Hummer, no Boswell, no Ivisic. But that Ivisic is a bum brother who got cooked by Tommy when they played. Indiana, Nebraska is on Fox tonight, by the way. And then Fox, after the Illinois-Tennessee game tomorrow, Fox has Gonzaga, UConn. Big spot for UConn because they're starting to, get it together a little bit, I guess. They beat Baylor at home. They went to Texas and beat a Texas team that I don't think is very good, but, they beat them. A Texas team who you want to talk about playing nobody except for, the 2 games that you lost or the games where you played somebody. I mean, their wins are Houston Christian, Chicago State, Mississippi Valley State. So, 3 of the 15 worst teams in the country right there. They played Syracuse, who stinks. They played St. Joe's, who's, whatever. Delaware State, who stinks. NC State, who's not very good. And New Mexico State, who's not very good. So, good stuff there from Rodney Terry. Glad he got the job. What a 0. But Gonzaga UConn is, all wraps around the fact that Gonzaga UConn tomorrow night following this game. And then there's a lot of good matchups tomorrow overall. I mean, you look at, tonight's best matchup is Indiana, Nebraska, and then nothing. But tomorrow you have Marquette Dayton, 6 o'clock, CBS Sports Network. You have UCLA Arizona, 2 o'clock on ESPN2. Texas A&M Purdue. That game's at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. So not, it's a semi-home for Purdue, but basically a home game. That's on CBS at 11 a.m. You got St. Mary's, Boise State, 8 o'clock. You got Auburn, Ohio State, noon on ESPN2. So that's the game right before UCLA, Arizona. Wisconsin plays Butler. Florida plays Arizona State. And then that's it. And then Sunday you have nothing. So better times ahead, I guess. I mean, Tuesday looks like a pretty good day. You got Florida, North Carolina. But tomorrow's going to be a good college basketball day. And the game of the day for everybody is probably going to be Tennessee going to Illinois. So should be good.
Yep.
We've seen enough here. Good stuff from Hinkle. You text him and tell him he's a clown.
Okay. Yeah. Eric asked if Kansas is overrated. I feel like we answered that last episode. But what do I know? Ethan should have shown up to tomorrow's watch party
Fair
in
point.
a plaid blazer.
It's not too late, but probably not going to happen. Tomorrow's watch party possibly presented by Monocles. We'll work on that.
Yeah.
Sponsored. They're going to send us free stuff.
What do you
All
like?
right.
Cheese only on your pizza?
Yeah, because that's how proper pizza is judged.
You don't even like pepperonis, though?
No, what is this, a communist country? I mean,
What if pepperoni's on half of it? Will you eat it? Because that grease might flow over.
No, I would not, because I'm not a bitch.
That doesn't even make sense. It sounds like you are a bitch.
I think that what I'm doing is the right thing to do. So,
All right. Try to get some monocles for the show tomorrow.
They should send it to us for free. We gave them like 20 shout outs. But all right. That'll do it for us. See everybody tomorrow afternoon.